people who feel safer or less safe according to how the alert.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, I feel a little safer now because it's a...
When they boost that alert up, do you go like, uh-oh?
No,
shit.
I go, uh-oh, when I go there and I sneak on 2 screwdrivers without a problem. Or I look at different
screwdrivers on a flight for.
I hope you mean drinks,
you know
by the way.
I'm just going to say, for real, I don't know if this is against the law to say, I just sneak things on to see if I can.
Do you really?
You're
out of your mind.
Insane. Because they won't just all laugh and go,
Patrice, you nuts.
Patrice, you got us again.
Okay.
I'll see you down at the Chuckle Hut.
Ready? Are you ready for this? Listen to me. I don't like airports. So you
bring weapons.
I'm very frustrated because I don't have enough money to fucking buy a bus. That's my dream.
No, I know how that feels. Not being able to buy a bus is a big drag for most Americans.
Because I don't want to fly.
Yeah.
And do you realize that the fucking butter knife, the shit they give you because of 9/11, the food.
Right. No, the butter knife is plastic, but the fork is metal.
No. Yeah. But the butter knife is dangerous. I have physically taken the butter knife,
the plastic one,
went flat,
and cut yourself.
And I've cut myself with
the plastic one or the metal
knife.
first class one.
Butter knife.
You're out of your mind.
They give me metal in first class. You get metal knives,
and
that's where the terrorists were all sitting.
They were all sitting
in fucking first class.
You bend down the prongs.
Oh, you're using some prison shit now.
And you poke a nigga in his temple.
It's like making shanks in first class. You really sneak stuff onto a plane?
Not weapons, just things.
Just little things
that you would know could be a problem.
That could be a problem.
But, like what?
Screwdrivers. I brought a screwdriver.
How big of a screwdriver?
A baby, one of those from the dollar store, baby screwdriver sets.
For like eyeglasses?
The one that goes from...
He might take the screw out of the pilot's eyeglasses,
right.
And he can't see. Goddamn
it! Serious?
The one that goes from 1 millimeter to 5 millimeters.
How big is the biggest one?
The biggest one is about 4 inches.
And
it can be held in a poking way or a stabbing motion.
Look, if you can bite someone's eye off if you really want to fuck them up.
Ready?
Let me tell you
I've brought 3 ounces of Crisco oil on a plane, and that's flammable.
What are you doing?
Holy
the thing
shit.
that's weird to me is Patrice O'Neal cutting himself. Going, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I pay taxes. Why am I allowed to cut myself?
Patrice is a cutter. I cut the meaty part of my hand, like the
you
back
should
of my
sue
hand
the airlines because you cut yourself with your fucking knife.
And Louis, just to see, because I don't feel safe. It starts at the TSA.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe?
Well, you're not going to feel safer knowing you
let me tell you something. I feel safer now than I do when I think back at how it was.
Yeah. I think it's safer now just because why would they try it
You
twice?
can still get a box cutter on. A guaranteed fact you can get a box
They don't need to do it again, though. They don't need to do it again.
That's what... Do you think the Japanese could have fucking bombed Pearl Harbor again? Do you absolutely think...
I think they could.
That was so easy. Let's do that shit again.
We'll do again.
If 9/11, if they did, that's Pearl Harbor. So yes, they could have did it again if they fucking felt like doing it.
No, they can't get anything.
There'd be
First
no
of all,
point.
If there are 5 guys with 4-inch fucking screwdrivers, they are getting pounded by even the old lady sitting next to them. There ain't one motherfucker ain't gonna stand up and be like Super Negro in Harlem and fucking beat the shit out of everybody.
Right with you. I'm on. This is going back.
That can't work again. The airplane one.
To the conversation we had over at Free FM.
Yeah.
It's television, and I do agree that the fact is that 9/11 the fact is that we watch so much TV, it's like, we're going to fly to Cuba for
that don't watch no more.
Asylum.
You know what that was? That kept people from fucking doing anything? Hope kept people from fucking with hijackers. Yeah. Not anymore. Because now you don't have the fucking hope. You're thinking, you're going into a building, I'm dead, I'm fucking everyone.
It doesn't matter. They can't top that.
Right.
Any other hijacker is going to be a hack now. It's going to be like, oh, the Empire State Building, wow. So what? Ooh, nice work. We knocked down the 2 biggest buildings in America.
3 ounces of fucking flammable. There's 65,000 pounds of fuel in those wings.
If I have just the right...
It's got cooking oil.
If I
Cooking
just
oil.
the right wick...
Oh, totally.
Oh,
Listen,
wick.
Crisco is...
What are you wicking?
I-
Shoelace.
I can make a sandal bomb.
You could make a fucking nightlight from 1850. What are you gonna? You're gonna walk to the bathroom with that little white stocking cap and your oil lantern? Excuse me, stewardess.
I am
And then
gonna...
the ghost of Christmas
Oh,
past.
humbug! Yeah.
The ghost of
How
Christmas
did you get it
past
on the
is going to
plane?
show you that...
How do you get it on the plane?
Yeah. What are you
just
taking
have
it
to-
in?
My thing, I just do it to see what they're really doing. You know what I mean?
You're out of
But
your
what
mind.
is Crisco
I can't believe that's
oil?
how you spend your packing time, putting Crisco oil in a fucking
How
beaker.
flammable
Not like
is
Crisco.
oil
It's
that
like-
it's going to make a difference? Do you know how slow it burns? They put it in... You put it in a lamp.
If I spread it on your arm...
All right, let me...
Yeah.
you spread it on my arm
While he
If I-
patiently
and
waits.
light it.
May I see the pilot for a moment? Because I want to put some oil on his arm.
If I spread it on your arm...
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Right?
with you so far.
Spread it on my arm.
And I
with
go,
you.
sorry, sir.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I go... And I... the matches...
Your plan is falling
It's
apart.
already- yeah,
it's
They-
bad.
You're allowed
It's
to
bad.
bring matches on a plane. You can bring matches on a plane.
I just still love Patrice sitting in his little seat, fucking cutting his hand. And
Yeah,
calling
look
the
at what I
stewardess
could
over.
do.
Excuse me, do you see this? Do you see what I
could
did
be
to
doing?
myself?
Yes!
Did you do that?
Yes!
A person can
No,
cut
I
their
didn't.
own
I
hand.
just had the plastic
You
safety
didn't point it
knife.
out to anyone
I had
afterwards?
No, I just had the
You just
plastic...
did it and got mad.
The plastic safety knife. The plastic
Yeah.
saving us from terrorist knife, right?
It's
Yeah.
it's serrated.
It's
so if
serrated and dangerous.
It's only part of the plan. but
and
go
you
ahead.
could cut a neck.
The big door on the pilot's on the cockpit helps.
Yeah,
too. It's
that
not
big
really just
locked door that they really don't. You're gonna jimmy that door open with your plastic knife. Let me tell you what they've taken away from me.
That door is open. When I fly
When
first
it's on the
class-
ground.
No, it's open. Those guys, I watch.
The flight attendant.
The flight attendants don't
puts-
do a secret knock. They
No,
don't go,
yes,
you
they
know,
do.
the eagle walks over. They just go in and go, hi,
You're trying to
y'all,"
upset
and
people
then-
and you're telling lies.
There
Are you
is
fucking
a
nuts? 'Cause you're
protocol to
comfortable with
opening.
You're comfortable
There
with
is
the
I
a
watch what's going
protocol
on.
to opening that door. A steward or stewardess will
They
stand.
put the cart, the refreshment
and they will stand there when the pilot
front
gets
of it.
out to take a piss or something.
The pilot has one chance to take a piss. I see it on every flight.
Yep. And if the plane is
Because I fly
hijacked,
first class because I'm white, which means I fly
Wait,
first class
right.
with the
First of
same
all,
fare
do
that you fly.
do
by
you
the way,
think that I see this from Coach?
You're not
No.
no,
You're not
see?
seeing too well from the back.
They
of the
block
plane.
it off.
I'm sitting up front,
he takes a
watching
piss.
this situation.
And if he gets out in a couple of Al Qaeda flying plane, he goes, "Hope you had a nice piss, Arnold."
And even if the cockpit door is open, the stewardess is in the way.
yeah, no, they
She
do.
doesn't
They
let
do a
anyone go to the
coordinated.
bathroom
But
until
what
they're
is that
done.
old bitch gonna do?
There is a contingency plan
I'm gonna
to
cut her
slow
with the
someone down.
serrated butter
Look,
knife
And rub some oil on
and
her
rub
arm.
some oil on.
They-
Throw oil in the eyes.
you don't get
Cut her
close
with a
enough.
butter knife.
I've seen people stand up and
Yep.
try to approach that bathroom when the steward,
Yeah.
and they warn you right away, go back to your seat. They
Yeah.
don't wait for you to get up to her so you
Yeah.
can clock her in the
I've
face.
never been told to sit down when I got to take a piss in first class.
But
Ever.
when the
Yeah, but
pilot's
when
been in the bathroom,
when the pilot's in there, you
when the
can't get
pilot's
up.
in there, you are not getting up and going toward the
There's a procedure to it, and you're ignoring it
no,
because
no. First of all, see, this is white guy non-paranoid. This is why you're
No,
This is why
I'm the most
country-
paranoid
no,
motherfucker.
This is why the
I look at
country-
every goddamn Arab
This
on
is
my
why
fucking flight. I scan the
country is
terminal.
so fucked up because you guys are in charge and you're not your reaction. You're reactionary. Everything we do is reacting to what these inventive Arabs are doing.
Listen.
Think, but wait a minute.
Patrice,
wait a minute,
white
Louis.
people have been in charge for a long time.
And
We know what we're doing.
Fucking up.
We know what we're
White
doing.
guilt is ruining everything.
If there's one thing we can do, it's take charge
This
of the
is-
country
this is
and tell
against-
people what
There
to do.
ain't one Nike print
minute.
on the moon, motherfucker.
Nike.
What?
don't even
White
understand what that
men.
means.
White men.
Your racism is misguided right now. Listen.
Nothing but hush puppies. Hush puppy prints on the moon.
Brooks Brothers.
Brooks Brothers.
Listen. This is the thing about the whole plan.
We're
about
not
the
paranoid
steward,
enough?
About
Yeah.
the stewardess stopping.
Okay.
All right, now you drive through a tunnel. No, you don't drive through a tunnel coming in ever. Well, I drive
Yeah,
through-
no, Midtown Tunnel.
When I drive through the
every
Holland
day.
Tunnel every
Correct.
day, there's 5 cops or whatever sitting there.
Yeah, they sit at all the tunnels.
Now they don't do the tunnel check. They don't check for fucked up shit a mile away from the fucking tunnel.
No.
They check after you pay your fucking toll. Then they go for suspicious
box trucks, things like that.
Now, all
they
I
pull
have
over.
to fucking do is pay my toll, and the guy goes, pull over, you're in a truck. And I go fuck yourself, thank you very much, and pat him on his head and drive in the fucking tunnel. So why do you think a fucking stewardess under her plan, I can't just fucking muscle this fucking stewardess out the way if I wanted to?
The cockpit door is closed and locked. There's one pilot. Both of those motherfuckers fly. It ain't the pilot and some fucking mechanic in the other seat. He can fly the motherfucker.
When it's time for the pilot to take a piss. Right, why am I explaining this to a fucking paranoid Negro?
This is white guy.
with
This is
Crisco oil
white guy stereo.
I'm bringing Crisco and
Everything's going to be fine. It's under control.
And a plastic butter knife.
Don't worry about the planes anymore.
I'm
The planes are fine.
The thing is, Patrice, the reason why we don't worry as much is because being white is so awesome.
Oh.
The benefits are so rich.
It rocks.
That even if we die tomorrow of terrorism, it's not that bad.
Was you worried about Gatorade before this Gatorade guy did the thing?
I don't even know what you're talking about. But I don't care. I don't drink Gatorade.
No, the reason that we can't bring
it's got too much sugar in it.
The reason we can't bring our fucking liquids on anymore.
Oh, it's because
of the England
threat. So was you thinking about that before they did it?
No.
Do you understand? That's what I mean. My point is that we're reacting to whatever.
Yeah, but you are totally irrationally insane. You have your brain makes no sense.
Yeah, Crisco
your brain
oil?
does not work properly.
What else have you brought on a plane?
I don't really bring
if you were running the country, nobody would be. People would be going on and all bandaged.
Also, do you know those X-ray machines that they send through?
They don't have Crisco meters.
The Crisco meter. They do have. And
then they check your shoes for bomb. That rub they do.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't take my well, now they make you take your shoes off. But I don't take anything off. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
I flew right after 9/11. I was on tour when 9/11 happened. I was in L.A. and I was going on a bunch of road work. And so I started flying as soon as they had planes going up. And there was nobody in the airports. It was like just walking through these empty airports.
Everyone's petrified.
Everybody any airline you flew, you were immediately platinum class in the lounge.
Please.
They were begging you to fly. And all of the whole thing that they're not even supposed to mention plane crashes or terrorism, that was out the window because the flight attendants, everybody were really scared. So you'd be on the plane and the flight attendant is saying, "I'm really scared we're all gonna die on this one." Like they were talking like that.
Shit.
And before every flight that I flew for like a month, the pilot would come out to the first class people and say, "You guys are the last line of defense." He's saying,
"Great,
rich
I'm a soldier." Yeah.
And he says, "I don't want you." And seriously, I was in the first seat, like 1A. And he said, "I'd appreciate you not sleeping, to be honest with you, on this flight, because you got to protect me like I got to protect you."
That's fine. Could I have a kosher meal? If I'm going to be defending you, I'm hungry. I need good food, plenty of it.
Please.
Let's talk to an air marshal. Mike in Philly, what's up?
Gentlemen, how are you this morning?
Good.
Good. Say, I'm going to break down the third wall for you, Patrice. You stand up and try to muzzle one of the flight attendants. I will peel your cap back.
Yeah.
So fast.
Is that on every flight too, sir? Every flight?
Don't answer that.
You can answer
I don't want to know.
No,
I don't want to fucking know. I don't want to know if there's an air marshal on every flight.
He'd like to think that it's every flight.
There's an air marshal on every flight.
I assume there is.
Huh?
I'm not able to answer that.
All right. I thought you could answer.
There's no way. I don't want an answer. I like to think they're sprinkled around
that makes
liberally.
me feel a little safer. That he would shoot me in the head if I tried anything. That makes me feel safer.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, what kind of weapons do the pilots have now?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
At liberty.
I think they're still working.
You know what I read in the... I saw this thing on the news that...
I think it's on the QT. I think they got some stuff up there.
I saw this thing on the news that freaked me out because when they were talking about arming pilots, people complained that the bullets would pierce the plane and let it... And then somebody on the news goes, a guy from the FAA said, "We know that's not true because often when we bring planes in, there's bullets all underneath because people that live in the airports shoot at planes all the time."
Is that real?
Yes, and there's always bullets lodged. It's just part of maintenance is pull the bullets out of the bottom of the plane because every airport has psychos living near it shooting at planes. Oh, yeah, and the guy just said it casually like, "We know because that's just part of...
Oh, wow. Don't you have special munitions?
Patrice, I'm going to give you a hint. If you want to take over a plane, take that plastic knife, stand up, and say, "Take the plane down, or the N gets it."
The
Take
what?
the plane down.
You suck.
Blazing Saddles.
It's like Blazing Saddles. Put the gun to your head.
Yeah.
But did you see where I'm saying how the country is not?
No.
The fact is,
How do you not feel a little safer?
he should have said nigger to explain that so
Yeah,
we can
I know.
all know it. The N
Yeah.
word. What the
all-
fuck is
that
going
made it-
on here?
That made it
Joy
depressing.
and
Yeah.
rejoice.
That made him sound.
It's despicable, man.
Dude, awkward.
I don't agree
That
with
would
it
have been
either.
funny if he had quoted the goddamn movie and I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's the goddamn, put the nigga there.
Yeah.
He was doing-
Make a move and the nigga gets it. Yeah.
I don't think he's bluffing.
Goddamn
Great
Kramer.
scene.
Kramer ruined it
I
for
know.
everybody.
Let's get out of here for a minute or two. We got Louis C.K. playing Caroline's this weekend.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Patrice. I also have an HBO special starting
And he's
January
got
13th.
Yes?
It's also called Not Patrice O'Neill's HBO special.
I really am feeling like I can't find my HBO special to save my life, man.
Just come up with a good title like Plastic Knives and Crisco.
Crisco oil.
Crisco and plastic knives.
Yeah, Crisco
that
and
might
plastic
be actually
knives.
good. Thank you very much. Crisco and
Crisco
which
and plastic
I
knives.
don't bring Crisco on a plane, by the way.
Well, why would
No, you eat it at
It'd be
home.
very dangerous. You could smear it on the window and obscure the next passenger's view. I would hate that. I would hate to sit there with Crisco smeared on my window when I'm trying to look at the beautiful scenery.
All right, wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
if you
he's got it.
rub your body down
Yeah, with Crisco.
naked?
Uh-huh.
Rub your body down. I'm trying to think ahead.
All right. I'm with you right now.
Rub your body down with something completely flammable. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you put
And odorless, totally odorless.
And you hope you
It's not going to
sweat a lot.
smell when you come through.
and
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
there's something odorless like a
Sure.
grease or a Vaseline type
That
of
thing
type
hasn't
of
been
product.
invented yet, totally. Something not on the chart of the elements.
And then,
Yeah.
and then your clothes are you wear like
Explosive
silk
clothing.
silk clothing, very
Silk?
flammable clothing.
Oh, yeah.
You go on and you just light yourself on fire and just run through the plane.
How about a fire
Then you'll
extinguisher?
just fall down on fire. They'll
Yeah.
put you out and land in the next airport.
and you'd be
kick
laying
your dumb
there.
body off under the tarmac.
You'd be laying there with fucking third-degree burns on your body.
God, I thought
You'll be on the news.
Good idea.
They'll be making fun of you here in the morning. Did you hear about that asshole that lit himself on fire? Didn't hurt
I
a
just
person.
hug somebody. I go and hug the pilot with Vaseline.
You can't get
on
through
fire.
the door. You'd be knocking all. Ow! Hurry, open the door.
We wouldn't even acknowledge that we ever knew you. We just, hear what this asshole did. You wouldn't even get that.
I'm just
you
trying to
wouldn't even
think.
get that respect.
I'm just trying to think like a terrorist would think, man. After Gatorade, you got to think these things, man.
Gatorade was pretty impressive.
You got to think these things.
Do you do the other celebrities? Because Jay Moore turned us on to this. The other celebrities that are on the plane with you, if you would get top billing if the plane went down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was flying recently from L.A. back to Newark, and Sebastian Bach was on the plane. And I'm like,
you wouldn't be mentioned.
I go, I think I'd be mentioned just because the Post would have been able to do Rocker, Bach, and Shock Jock. Like, the Post would have loved to have done that. Although I think he would have gotten top
I was
billing.
on with Dan Rather once, so
Yeah?
Dan Rather.
that would have even been a footnote.
Nah,
Not
nothing.
even a footnote.
Dan Rather. This whole big thing on Dan Rather.
Not even Source Magazine. Nothing.
Nothing.
Even your mom would have been like, did you hear about Dan Rather?
You might have made King magazine.
Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
You might have made King.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get out of here for a couple minutes.
All right.